yourself. We're about to hit this drop. It's going to be a jump here at the end of it. I'm going to drop in a 40 real quick.
Getting in it now. Just moving dirt around and the trail's just appearing. It's great when it does that. Almost just kind of forms itself as you go along. I just want to bob out it and just wave the magic wand over the blank canvas and just have it appear, you know. Good enough for another use.
Bring this burn to life real quick. In my zone. Jump is coming about like this, straight on, just like this. So landing's gonna be right around in here. So yeah, it should be perfect. Maybe close enough that I can work it into it. Alright. So I'm gonna stand on what's gonna be the back side of the berm. Try to pull this stuff in the right way. definitely have my shit eyeballed here, so I'm gonna pull the rocks down. Hopefully I can get them out of here. Good dirt bike and I'm gonna rock stack it. Alright, so there you go. The dirt bag. Not just for dirt. So about half of them out of there. And this is the chunkiest spot next to the top. That's really worth it. I'm really I'm to a point now where I can just keep pulling them down and hopefully they'll tumble all the way down. Get them out the bottom. Might kind of help form it up down here anyway.
Kind of need like a mini berm right on the bottom edge there anyway. Not really need it a lot.
Got some nice berm stakes coming down into here, so I can see that this is where I need to really start to edge the actual usable berm. These rocks, like, most of them up on this side. Once you don't disappear in down into the middle of the berm, I want that drop. Yeah. Really looking like something. Maybe a berm. Alright. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna follow this section. Maybe I'll come back the other way. Getting easier and faster now. You can see I have to put less effort and I'm able to move up and down quicker as I'm going. Definitely getting easier. I want to take some of these rocks all the way back with me again. So I'll take some of them and get them out of here. Alright. Another big one built up here. I'll take it all the way to here. Nice. Every time I do that, it gets that shape more and more. It gets so much easier to work on it. Getting real soft on this end. Now it's so soft like that. I think I'm just gonna do another pass back up. Bring a little bit more of that good stuff in there. Makes everything that much more workable. The rocks just disappear into that. It's real cool around here. Definitely a berm. How much taller I'm going to need to make it. If I need to build it up a bunch more. I don't know how much more I need to build it up, but that's a berm.
This area in here looks where sand is. Work on that as I go, but yeah. really getting that shape now. Now I'm kind of getting to a point where I have just about the whole trail down to workable dirt. All the way down. And once that happens, then progress just takes off even more. And then it's gonna get done.
Alright. I decided to get back in here to Streampunk because it hasn't been raining, and I decided that I might as well get in here and build up the tree drop before it does rain, so I still have more chance to get in here and throw some nice earth powder on there. So I've already spotted where I'm going to grab some dirt to just build that up real quick. Shouldn't be too bad. Up a little spot here. Yeah, I'll bring a bunch of shit down in my work zone. Oh, tons of rocks up around this part. I didn't really forget how rocky Streampunk is, but I had a little vacation working on some easier stuff for sure. Yeah. Well, Tom. But guess I'll dirtbag it. Don't lose too much of it if I try to just dry this off. trying to build it up in here. I'm not worried about that side bit. I don't know if I'm wanting to really boost it up. Maybe I should throw like a bonus piece on there. Might need to get into it a little more. Need like a nice round log. Just a small piece though. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's it. There we go. See what I can throw together with this real quick. Make this into something real here. Yeah, last time I was test running this one and I got that little baby hop, I was realizing it has room to go big. So, might as well make it happen. So I'm just going to do what I did before and just do the same thing. It's just another layer on there. So, see how this one can go the best. Pull this knob off here. So the best way is really to lay down all your skeletal work before you start to put the dirt on, and just get that frame all done the first time, but sometimes it's an ongoing process to figure out how to do it. This jump's kind of different, so I didn't think when I first started that it was going to have a ton of room, but I'm feeling like I can really pop off here pretty good. I can definitely do better than just a little 2 feet or whatever it was. So you can see the puzzle work here. It's kind of cool actually, putting this stuff together.
You see how it's breaking it up and then blocking it. Back this redwood, normal redwood stuff. Red stage. It's got big spikes on my nose. Fluff on top of. A regular tree from the bottom. Death crusher. Bringer of death from the sky at the top. Death from above. No joke.
Got a all caught up in all my different projects that I wanted to work on.
Streampunk ended up going on the back burner. But drifted my way back over here again. Check it out.
Feeling like I'm getting back into this one now.
I'm ready to get in here and fight with rocks again. Do what I can to try to get this one finished up a little. Old Death Dropper is still standing, even though we had 60-mile-an-hour winds.
I mean, it's a curvy, Dr. Seuss looking, spindly, just totally dead on the top. I don't know how it didn't fall.
With the huge gusts we were having that even knocked down other trees. But that thing's still there. So I already know what I have to do in here. Gotta get down there to that big berm by the stream. Pick rocks out of there.
I remember punk here is just full of rocks.
Our side maybe. Shorty will be good for that too. Digging in there and picking those out. And pile them all up in one spot, and then maybe I can just kind of fling them out. And then once I get those out, maybe I can get in with the rake. Get things clear. Softened up and workable. See how it goes.
Trying to get these rocks out of here first. Why this one's Streampunk. The punk with all these rocks. This is definitely the weapon of choice, though. I mean, there's no easy way to do this, but this gets in there and rips them out. Man, it's like old-time mining work, chipping these rocks. Big ass ones here. Like these big feet. If I keep chipping up into here, I'm just gonna pull more down on the whole quarry going on. Hoping to get down to some stuff that I can actually rake into, but it's just all just a buried asteroid belt in here. It's rock either. It's just nothing but rocks. Man. Start working on the top part of the berm here. Maybe I'll be able to get enough loose stuff piled up into here that it'll start to fall down on top of the other stuff. And I don't know, there's just no easy strategic way to do this. Get some dirt moving and then it'll be in progress. Got it, but man, just doesn't get any deep. I got it loosened up now. All right. It's actually starting to look more like dirt now, though. That's encouraging. Like that, it's full of rocks again. But I'll get it. I'm trying to preserve this little shelfie here. rocks underneath to kind of help support it. There we go.
I'll show a better view what I'm complaining about, so it makes a little more sense. So it's finally starting to look like dirt in here. It was just a little bit too rough and spiky to be a high-speed berm coming through here. Coming off a landing and then trying to rip into a berm. Having it all rocky and jagged like it was, that isn't going to work. It wasn't going to work, plus I needed some dirt to be able to start to build up the berm here, so that's what I got going. I'm going to make sure that the start is right here, just past this little shelfie here, because I don't want to wreck that one. These things probably do more than I even realized. Part of a complicated system. Plus they're cool, so I'll leave that one. Make sure I don't smash it or anything. And I'm starting to get it in here. You see this rock pile? I got a whole quarry going. All shapes and sizes.
That's sweet. Hopeless little jingle sound as you dig through the endless pile. Can't even hear any dirt in there. It's just all clinky, clunky. Discouragement.
I don't even know. I just have to get down and just start throwing them all out like crazy or something. I gotta get them out of there. There's just too many to use to fill up the berm. I have more than I need for that. But try to kind of get the small ones to settle down in there a little bit. Most of the time I know exactly what I want to do to streamline things, but these rocks have me problem solving. Just kind of digging in circles, moving them around for no reason. I gotta get these out, I guess.
See how fast I can throw some rocks. It's going. Throwing out this whole side right here. Now I can just break up the pile this way. And break up the pile. And I can continue to pull it. And it's going for it now. Get them all the way now. It's actually getting workable all the way. Alright, I'll show the accomplishment here.
With much grunting and huffing and puffing, I got it done, almost. I'll probably add music to this so you won't have to listen to all my grunting. Man, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get it done in one shot. I can actually drag the rake all the way through, and there's still rocks. But look at that. That's the actual rideable line showing up now. It's looking like a pillow top mattress in here compared to what it was. Always gotta do a quick walkthrough before wrapping things up. Might be going over to get some work in there in Sanctuary today too. It's gonna be like a vacation after dealing with the rocky zone in here. still full quarry coming through there, but it's kind of packed down enough that there's not too much sticking up. And it's fast and rideable like it is. It's just there's some possibly weird edges, spikes and things that could make it a little sketchy coming through here full speed, so probably gonna have to work in there and fight in there and just maybe kind of lightly go through and try to pull out the hooks and the jabs. And then coming through here, crazy Dr. Seuss dead dropper. Freaky looking as ever, but like I said, it stood up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, so I don't know. You just never know. It still could fall down right now. Here's the evolution of the tree. Drop, jump, pop, whatever. I haven't had a chance to test it out with the new addition on there compared to what it was. It should actually be a good little jump now. Standing on it, it seems like it should go to the fern now. Which is a decent little...
Sunny today, so I thought I was probably going to be getting pretty thirsty. No, just kidding. I got this whole deal out here today because I had the idea that maybe this can be a dirt box. You know? More solid than a bag. It holds more than a bag and a bucket. And I'm thinking that if I put it at the bottom of the hill, I can just really hammer into the stuff and break it up and knock it down, and it'll just fall right into here. No problem. I'll just truck it on out. So I needed some kind of an upgrade today. I need to move more dirt somehow. And a wheelbarrow's not an option. So, just trying to figure out what I can do, and I saw this thing sitting around. I was like, yeah, a dirt box. I'll give that a try. So, here at Streampunk, I decided that what I'm going to do is leave it kind of choppy and rough coming in. A little more tech coming in. And then as it gets down into those two bigger jumps at the bottom, it's going to smooth out and turn more to flow. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to move a lot of dirt. I'm going to have to pretty much just top dress that whole bottom part. But I think that's going to be pretty cool, just having it like tech rough coming in and then suddenly it transforms onto the flow. And then boot those two jumps at the end, and that'll be a pretty good little run in here. I'm liking that idea for this one. Plus, that's going to save me from having to worry about all this choppy, rocky wasteland, badlands up here. See how it goes with the dirt box today. Bush Doherty, plus Regenstein. Upgraded even more zip ties to hold that cross brace. One on the back to kind of try to hold that head from coming up. Keep those teeth biting down. We'll see how that goes. Ready. Clear the top layer, which happens to be covered in boulders. Try to not mess up everything else around here. I'll try to leave the ferns. Still doing that right. I'm not trying to attack ferns, I'm just trying to get some dirt. I was kind of brushing out of the way. Nothing hit. That'll be fine. I'll kind of define my zone here. Get kind of a little square going. I'll leave a little bit of it lower, kind of just right up against the bottom of the tree here. I don't think it's going down too much. Always loosened up here. Start to see how it's looking as I dig down into it. Tons of rocks. trail, the rocks cause some interference. But moving more with each trip than I can with the bucket. Well, it doesn't make it any easier, but it makes it faster, I think.
I mean, it's still some hard ass work, but I think I'm moving dirt faster.
Everybody shake it, baby. Everybody shake it, baby. Everybody shake it, baby.
First, I'm going to try to kind of shape it up while I comb the rocks out at the same time. I'm just going to let the teeth sink in easy. And just kind of like chameleon walk it, you know? Like a little wiggle and forward, a little wiggle forward, that kind of thing. Get a little bob going. Seeing as I'm pulling it through and combing the rocks out. What I'm doing is trying to get the rocks to the edge where they'll kind of fall away. And then I can grab the loose stuff that just came with that and kind of like put it off to the reserve side here where I can pull it back through later. And just kind of continue doing that so I feel like I got most of the rocks out of this top layer. Squeeze out of the bottom before I end up with a big pile that's all wadded up. on the top now. Bring these out. Now I don't want to lose too much all over the place, so I gotta get it back around here and fix the shape. Gotta fix the shape before I lose too much. Make sure I keep everything that I can here. Takes a lot longer to build up with this rocky stuff because every time I start to get some height going, I have to comb those chunkers out of there, and then I lose a lot of it. A lot of dirt on the side here, but I'm going to have to hand pick those so I can get that back. I'm pulling a lot of dirt back right now, but the rocks are going to stick down here at the bottom. I'm hoping. I kind of just move this pile around just right. I can get the rocks to stick down there, and I can just bring the fluff back up. And just like hook them and bump them. I can get them to kind of pop up a little bit, and I can roll them away.
Stop!
fast. This one's kind of starting to get with the program here. I have to do some hand picking for these rocks. Felt pretty good. And I died to the phone. And I'll seal that in. So it's slowly starting to get good down here, but currently it's still slop.
Just a total sloppy hole right here, so it's going to take a while before this gets firmed up. And this just might be one of those that I have to probably dress it up and continue to build up this berm here. It's kind of packing down though. It might just take some time to pack it down and then it'll be good. Once it's packed down, the water's gonna run off of it. It got all sloppy like this because it was still loose in here. But that's no worries. But sometimes I get caught up doing stuff off camera. But I should have got this on film, dragging this big old monster over here and dropping it in between. Because I was realizing that it's gonna be a while before I have the speed to really commit to this as a gap. And I don't really want to be having to hit the brakes every time all the way until this is finally ready. And I'm going to build it up taller too to try to speed things along, but just going to have to see how it goes. This is kind of like the finishing project here. But I was trying to figure out how I might tabletop this out, so I drug this along in here. And it's actually pretty wide and flat. So what I was thinking is that I can kind of modify it a little bit and get some security around the edges. Turn it into more like a rideable thing there. It's almost there now, but it might have some little lumps that will throw me off if I go rolling on it fast. But yeah, this is going to be maybe like a tabletop / log roll if I mess up and I don't feel like I have the speed or I just kind of want to change it up. Down over here. Either way, jump in there, log in there.
Kind of a cool little finish.